Hi, my name's Pete, and welcome to the second episode of our podcast on Time Machine. In episode 1, Hugo looked at Time Machine configuration and managing Time Machine backups. In this episode, I'll be looking at how we recover data. In our third episode, we'll look at some advanced features. So one day, you start your Mac and find it doesn't start up as usual. You see a persistent grey screen with a folder and a flashing question mark, or a prohibitory sign. So the first step to this problem would be to run disk utility. You can get access to disk utility from the recovery partition. Recovery is accessed by starting your Mac and holding down Command R at boot time, or hold the Option key and then select the recovery partition. If your Mac doesn't have a recovery partition, then you can boot from your backup drive, or you could use Internet Recovery by holding down Command, Option and R if your Mac is capable. When you have disk utility running, you should be able to select your boot volume and then click the Verify button. If Verify finds errors, then try repairing your disk. If you still have errors or no disk or volumes show up, they would all indicate a possible faulty drive. In this case, it's probably time to book your Mac in for a checkup with ANSYS. We will inform you of our findings, and if we have to format or replace the drive, then the original operating system with a recovery partition will be installed. But your data still needs to be restored from your Time Machine backup. The easiest way to do this from a full backup on an external drive is to connect the drive and boot from it. This will take you to the recovery screen where you can restore your backup. If your backup is network based, then you will need to connect to the network before you will be able to select the data volume and restore. You will now see a list of the stored backups, the most current being at the top of the list. Select a backup, select the destination drive and restore. Note, restoring will erase your destination drive. The restore will take some time, dependent upon the size of your data. If you try to restore your backup to a different Mac, you'll be notified that you need to use the Migration Assistant for this task. The Migration Assistant can be found in the Utilities folder. When it comes to restoring a single file, we have a couple of choices: the Time Machine interface, or manually dragging and dropping files. Firstly, let's look at the Time Machine interface. This is a very intuitive way to choose or find the version of file you want to restore. The interface shows windows going back in time. On the right hand side is a timeline that identifies the backups you've created. Dates in pink indicate that the data resides on your Time Machine backup device. Dates in white indicate the data resides on your Mac. In OS X Mountain Lion and Lion, portable Macs have a feature that creates snapshots. These occur when your backup device is not available. Searching for files in the Time Machine interface works just as it does in the Finder, so you can search for the files you need to restore. When you have found the file you need to restore, click the Restore button in the bottom right of the screen, and the file will be restored to its original location. If a duplicate file exists in that location, you will be asked what to do. You can replace the current file with the one from the backup. You can keep both. The one being restored will have its name appended with original in brackets. Or you can cancel the restore by clicking Keep Original. Should you want to delete a file from all the backups, Then select the file, click on the action menu and then select the option to delete all backups of the selected file. The Quick Look feature is also available from the same menu. This is very useful for identifying the correct file to restore. When each backup is stored, a folder is created. Its name is the date and timestamp of the backup. When you open this folder, it will be a replica of your drive and all of your files will be current as of that backup. To restore a file, you simply drag and drop the file from the backup drive to wherever you want it. Apple has integrated mail, contacts and calendars with Time Machine so that the app data is restored directly into these apps. For example, if Time Machine is started while you're using mail, all of the windows you see going back in time are mail windows. If we step back in time to find an email we have deleted, when we click Restore, a Time Machine mailbox is created containing the recovered messages. A similar process happens for the other apps. If you are using apps that are version aware, like Keynote and Pages, then starting Time Machine while using these apps is the same as browsing the versions of the current document. Thanks for watching and join us next month for episode 3.